Like if you found the video valuable. Anna never expected to find anything more than dust in her grandmother's attic. The small wooden ladder creaked beneath her weight as she pushed open the hatch. A cool draft brushed against her face, carrying with it the scent of cedar and old paper. She sneezed and laughed quietly to herself. Boxes were stacked high, marked with faded ink, some labeled winter clothes and others photographs. But what caught her eye wasn't a box. It was a small, tarnished pocket watch lying on top of an old quilt. Its silver surface had dulled with age, yet the engraving on the cover, delicate vines curling around a rose, remained visible. Anna picked it up carefully and pressed the tiny clasp. With a soft click, the cover opened, and inside, folded as neatly as possible, was a piece of yellowed paper. Heart racing, she smoothed the fragile note and read, "To my dearest, though time may pull us apart, my heart will always find its way back to you. J." Her breath caught. The handwriting was elegant, almost lyrical. She turned the note over, but there was nothing else. Who was J? And who was it meant for? For the next week, Anna couldn't shake the mystery. She carried the watch with her, running her fingers over the vines whenever she felt restless. One Saturday afternoon, curiosity pushed her into the local library. If anyone could help her trace the history of the watch, it would be there. In the archives room, she wasn't alone. A young man sat at a long oak table, surrounded by piles of books. He had dark hair that fell across his forehead and glasses perched low on his nose. He looked up when Anna entered, and for a moment, she felt like she had intruded into another world. "Hi," he said warmly. "Looking for something specific?" Anna hesitated, then placed the watch on the table. "Actually, yes. I found this in my grandmother's attic. And there was a note inside. I thought maybe the archives could help me trace it?" The man's eyes widened. He reached out gently, as though afraid to damage it. "Incredible. I've been researching objects like this for months. My name's James." He smiled, and his voice carried an easy kindness that immediately put Anna at ease. Together, they pored over records, diaries, and old newspaper clippings. Hours passed unnoticed as they traced the watch's origins. James explained how such keepsakes were often exchanged by lovers separated by war or circumstance. At one point, Anna caught James studying her instead of the papers. "What?" she asked, flustered. He looked down quickly, cheeks coloring. "Nothing. It's just the way you're determined to uncover the story. It's inspiring." Anna smiled shyly and returned to the documents, though her heart beat faster than before. As evening light streamed through the tall library windows, James closed a book and leaned back. "I think this watch belonged to Jonathan Reeves. He was a soldier in the 1940s. The note, J, must have been his farewell before deployment. But I can't find who he wrote it for." Anna touched the note again, her chest tightening with a strange ache. So maybe the story was never finished. James met her gaze. Or maybe it's still being written. The words lingered between them, fragile but electric. Anna looked at James, really looked at him, the warmth in his eyes, the sincerity in his voice, and something stirred deep inside her. Later, as they packed up the papers, James cleared his throat. "Would you like to meet again? Maybe over coffee? We could keep digging into this mystery together." Anna's smile was soft, but her heart soared. "I'd like that." That night, back in her apartment, Anna set the watch on her bedside table. The silver vines seemed to glimmer faintly in the dim light. She thought of the note inside, of Jonathan Reeves and the love he left behind. Maybe the watch had been waiting all this time, not to tell an old story, but to begin a new one. And as she drifted into sleep, Anna knew she was ready to write that story with James.